Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I'm super excited for this video because I'm going to be talking all about the new makeup releases in the last week and my opinion on them. So let's just go ahead and jump on in. The first thing I want to talk about is from Sydney Grace Cosmetics, and this is a new brand to me. I recently came across on Instagram and I made an order, and I'm actually wearing a few of their shadows today, and so far I am really impressed by the quality of their shadows. So I'm very tempted by this bundle. So basically, they did their own version of the Tarte Icy Betch palette, which I talked about I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, which was an April Fool's joke that wasn't happening. But Divina Cosmetics also did their own version, but I felt like Divina, they had like blue mixed with cool tones, and the Sydney Grace Cosmetics one, I feel like their bundle is more bright and colorful, and all the shades are so beautiful and are speaking to me so much. Plus, she said that when she releases the new shades, there's going to be a 20% off sale on the site. So I don't know, I'm really liking their shadows so far, and I think this bundle is going to be absolutely beautiful. And then they're also releasing a beautiful green gold shade, which you guys know I've been on the hunt for the perfect green gold forever, and this one looks really pretty, and they're pretty affordable. I think they're either $5 or $6 per shadow, so I'm very excited about it. And I'm going on a strict low buy, so I don't know if I'll purchase it right away, but I'm tempted. So next, Wet n Wild is coming out with a new collection, and it's the Flights of Fancy, and this is cute, but it's not something that really draws me in, I guess. Like, I like it. Like, I think the blushes are pretty, and the palette, or the palettes, and they're coming out with lip glosses and everything, which it's like a nice set, but it's just not something that personally I would see myself, I don't know, just needing in my collection. I don't think it would really add anything to it. I do like that they're coming out with a primer water. That's awesome. I'm very excited about that, and if they sell it individually, I might pick that up. And then they also have a purple brush coming out. I don't think it's a set. I think it's just the one brush, but it looks nice. It looks high quality, and I have a bunch of brushes from Wet n Wild, and I have never been disappointed. So if that was if that's individual too, I'm not gonna pick that up. You know what? I'm staring at my brushes in front of me. I have like literally 12 cups of brushes. I'm not gonna pick that up. I don't need it. Again, low buy, but if you need a brush like that, they're great. So next, Pat McGrath is coming out with glosses, and I'm not surprised at all. I feel like everyone's coming out with glosses now, like to the point where it's overwhelming. I'm actually wearing Dose of Colors, their new gloss, and this is Can You Not? And this is so beautiful. I'm really liking the formula so far. But these look beautiful. They look like that really super intense glossy look, which is what I like in a gloss. I like it to look very glossy, and it looks so beautiful. I so appreciate that they have these lip swatches on light skin tone, medium skin tone, and dark skin tone. I think that's awesome, and very helpful. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna pick any up. Probably not, because I don't need any more glosses. But I just feel like, I mean, just wait and see. I feel like so many more brands are gonna come out with lip gloss because it's just the thing right now. Also, let's just have one last conversation about the Kat Von D 10th anniversary collection. I feel like I mention it every time, but there's swatches now. So the swatch of the highlighter, I'm sold. I'm so excited. If I get just one thing from the collection, it will definitely be the highlighter. And then they also have swatches of the palette out now, which I did a little digging to find, and I can't decide. I mean, I've seen people say it looks even more beautiful in person, and it does swatch well, and I like the colors overall. There's a few I could see myself not using, but at the same time, I'm like, even though I'm on a color kick right now, what if I start liking neutrals a lot more again, and then I kick myself for not getting this palette? I mean, it looks beautiful in certain lights, and then other lights I'm like, I don't know. I'm torn, honestly. So next, a palette that I was really excited about at first, but now I'm not sure. So this is the Butter Collection palette from Physicians Formula, and I was really excited about this because it's 4 of the Butter products, and then a eau de parfum of the Butter fragrance. I'm like, yes, I love the smell of the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. My problem with the palette, though, is that I already have the bronzer in bronzer. I I'm pretty sure I already have the blush in Natural Glow, and then the 2 highlighters are exclusive shades, but I saw them swatched on medium skin tone and they looked kind of dark. I know that the yellowy one looks kind of lighter in the palette, so I'm not sure if the highlighters are going to work for me. So technically, if I can't use the highlighters, I already had the blush, I already had the bronzer. I don't need it, but at the same time, I really want the perfume, so I don't know. I can't decide, but it is only $12, which is great, and it's at Walmart. So if I stumble upon it in my local Walmart, I'll probably end up getting it because there's just that like easy accessibility, I guess. Next, I wanted to mention really quickly that I said I wasn't going to pick up anything from the L'Oreal times JLo, or not L'Oreal, that's what I'm thinking about right now, the Inglot times JLo collaboration, but then I saw all the lipsticks and the lip gloss and I got really excited. The lipsticks are beautiful. There's so many pretty nudes, and I don't have it in front of me now, but one of my favorite lipsticks ever is the L'Oreal times JLo lipstick, but L'Oreal is not cruelty free, so I'm currently trying to finish that lipstick up. So I'm like, I wonder if any of these lipsticks, like the ones that are in the cream formula, would be similar, because one really does look similar, and I had it in my cart, but I just couldn't go through with the purchase because I'm like, I know I don't need it, but I want it because I love the L'Oreal one so much that I want to find like an alternative. I don't know, I was really excited when I saw the lip products, and I might pick something up eventually, but it's just not like a need right now. And then next I wanted to mention the Morphe Highlighters, because I mentioned that I wanted to pick one of these up and I would probably make a Morphe order, but I decided against it, and I feel like the swatches, like the shade that I was probably leaning towards ended up being a duochrome. It's like a super pink shade, even though it looks white in the pan, which I really don't need another duochrome highlighter. And then the next lightest shade from that is Lit, and it looks very, very yellow in the pan, so I think I'm gonna skip on those two. Okay, let's just take a moment and talk about this. Okay, first of all, no, I don't even know where to start off with. This is not something I would ever be interested in. It's crazy to me. It's so, I don't know, it's just straight up weird to me. I mean, I'm all for like loving your body, but like having it molded into like mold and then put into like a fragrance bottle, like I don't get it, okay? Like, and I don't know, it would be embarrassing. Like, even if I did like the shade, or not the shade, I'm sorry, the smell, like I would not want that perfume bottle. And plus, I don't understand people who can buy perfume online. Like, I feel like perfume is so personal. I'm like, I have to smell it. I have to know what it smells like. I can't just buy it based off of like the top notes or the bottom notes or the whatever all the different note things are. Like, I don't know, I'm speechless, honestly. That's how I feel about this KKW fragrance. Although a different KKW beauty product that I am excited about, she did a little tease that new highlighters are coming soon. And the reason I'm so excited is because in the contour kit there were 2 highlighters each, and everyone raved about the highlighters but weren't like loving the contour kit as a whole. So the highlighters looked beautiful, and I wanted to get a contour kit just for the highlighters. So hopefully the formula is the same, and then you can get them individually, because the lighter ones are really speaking to me. And not that I need any more highlighters, let's be honest, but I'm glad that they're coming out individually. So okay, so next, I don't want to speak about this too long, but Trend Mood posted this picture, and I'm not sure where they got it or not, but is it not sad when you can barely tell the difference between a sneak peek from Too Faced and a throwback? Because maybe this is new, but it's not new. Okay, so next is the Lime Crime Venus 3 palette, and you guys already know I'm not buying anything from Lime Crime, but even if this was any other brand, like, if you just literally, all you have to do is block out the 2 purple shades and it looks like every other beige palette out there. Like, that is completely like just a pop of color to make you think that you need it, and it really isn't anything that different. The purple looks like Makeup Geek Daydreamer, at least the light purple, and then the dark purple looks like, I have one from Colourpop, let me see. Okay, the dark purple kind of reminds me of this shade from Colourpop. This is 143. Just a bright magenta-y purple, and then, like I said, the lighter one looks like this little guy who doesn't want to come out, and this is Makeup Geek Daydreamer. And I feel like you get those pop-up colors, and you already have the other shades in your collection, probably. I mean, I saw comments the other day that was like, I'm tired of people telling me I don't need blah blah blah, or I have too much. And if you love neutral palettes and you love neutrals with a pop of color, then maybe that is for you. But just personally, I feel like it's nothing, I don't know, I feel like it wouldn't add to my collection, and I'm just at the point where I don't want to buy things just to buy them, or buy things over that I already have, you know. And then next, Jaclyn Hill did a little sneak peek, and I'm not sure how I feel about this. So she posted a makeup picture. She looks stunning, and she says eyes are coming soon. And part of me is excited. Like, I'm excited for her brand. I'm excited for her to release her eyeshadows because of how much I love the Jaclyn Hill x Morphe palette. I think it is phenomenal. So even if you don't like her as a person or whatever, anything, her drama, whatnot, I feel like she does have good opinions on eyeshadow. Like, I feel like her palette is great. But at the same time, the fact that it says eyes are coming soon, and I feel like if you have her Morphe palette, you could do that exact look. Exactly. Like, there's not a shit. I mean, it's just orange, like some red, some really dark brown, or some black. I mean, it's just a smoked out, warm neutral look. So that's where I'm confused. I honestly, like, she's been teasing lipsticks forever. Do you think lips would be coming soon? So next, Kat Von D released a new shade of their Everlasting liquid lipstick, and this is the shade Tank Girl. And I'm so confused, you guys. Why do brands keep coming out with these green lipsticks? Because I love them. I love them so much. I think that they look so cool, but I feel like I could not pull it off whatsoever. But it's such a cool shade, and it looks so cool. But I don't think I can pull off green lipstick. But I want to. Like, between this and the Kylie Cosmetics one that came out, like, I don't need it. I don't need it. But I want it. I wish that like Colourpop would come out with this shade so I could justify it by how affordable it is. Okay, so next is two palettes from Huda Beauty, and honestly, okay, so the all shimmer one is not my cup of tea, but I'm not really like negative or positive about it. I mean, I'm sure like it is a little bit different. I'm sure it'll work for some people, but I'm honestly just confused at why she came out with another warm palette, like the sunset looking one, because I feel like out of the like little palettes that she has, like, I feel like she already has a really warm one, doesn't she? Like, I feel like of the color scheme that she's got so far, you would think that she would keep expanding and do something different. I feel like if you did those nine shades and you did all pastels, like, that'd be amazing, because I feel like people are really wanting a pastel palette that is not limited edition, because all the good ones are. So I think that'd be really cool. Like, I'm not buying from her because I don't feel like she's truly cruelty free. But if she came out with a pastel palette, that would be really hard to pass up. So next, I kind of showed a few swatches from the Clionadh Cosmetics Archeo palette last week, but they released the entire palette. It's actually available for pre-order now, and it is beautiful. I think it's really pretty, but I don't know. I feel like most palettes I can look at and I think I could do this look or I could do that look, but when I look at it, I'm kind of lost. I'm kind of uninspired, if that makes sense. It's pretty, but it's not speaking to my heart or my soul. And I did go on their website and like I just saw, like, I went through the checkout process just to see how much it would be, and it would have been like $70 for the palette because of between the palette and the international shipping. So I just passed on this one. Also, another sneak peek I'm excited about is Juvia's Place posted a picture, and it's a bunch of, it looks like paint cards. I know that maybe that's not what it is, but that's what they remind me of a bunch of deep tones. And they said, can you guess what we've been working on for the fall 2018? And then they also posted another screenshot, which I don't have, and they said that they're working on foundations from the darkest of skin tones to the lightest. So I think that's really exciting, and it's cool to see them branch out, because they started with eyeshadows and then they did the lips, or I think maybe they did blushes and then lips, and then they've got their brushes, and now they're working on foundation, which is really, it's exciting. I really hope it's a dewy foundation. I'm over the matte trend. Like, all the foundations coming out recently have been matte, and I just want dewy, glowy skin. So another thing I'm genuinely excited for is Jouer did a little sneak peek, and I'm not sure what it's going to end up being, but it looks like they're working on another palette, and they've got like eyeshadows and they look super foiled, and maybe some lip products as well. I really want to try their formula for eyeshadow, and I think the Skinny Dip palette, like everyone talked about how great it was, and I think that it's beautiful, but I feel like the colors aren't just personally something that I need. So I really hope that they come out with something springy or like summery, or just something colorful, something different, something that I can justify is basically what I'm trying to say, because I'd love to try their formula. So I'm really excited to see what that ends up being and what color it is. I hate the black and white filter. I want to know what color it is. Okay, and then last but not least, I just wanted to mention the Makeup Geek Power Pigments, which I talked about a few weeks ago. They are releasing May 3rd, and I've got some swatches here, and they are beautiful, but I don't know. I think I really like the pink shade Untouchable and Dedicated and Courageous. Okay, I really like the pink tones, but the yellow, orange, and red remind me very similar of some shades that I have from Sugar Pill. And then like the blue, the green, and the, I don't know, I just feel like I wouldn't get enough use out of those ones to buy them individually when they're probably going to be like at least, I'm assuming they're probably going to be like $8 or $10. That's just a guesstimate. But I really like the pink shades. Also, this is a little bit off topic, just a touch, but the pink reminds me a little bit of Dolly Pop from Sugar Pill, which I've been waiting to come back for it to come back, and I really want to buy that shade because I think it's stunning. But I actually saw they commented on their post the other day that Dolly Pop has been their manufacturer discontinued the pigments, so they have sent Dolly Pop all over to different factories and manufacturers or whatever, trying to be able to recreate it so that they can keep the shade, because it is such a popular, loved shade. So that's what's taking so long for it to be back in stock. So I don't know, maybe I'll get Untouchable for now, but I really want Dolly Pop. So that is everything for this week's video. I feel like honestly this week has been pretty decent releases. I didn't really have too much negative to say, which I feel like the last few weeks after I've done like finished editing and everything, I'm like, dang, you're kind of really negative in this video, which I want it to be like a mix of negative and positive. But this is, I mean, it's real thoughts. Like, this is basically, I'm just speaking out loud what I think in my head when I go through and I look at new releases, and I'm like, oh yeah, like I would like this because, or I really don't like this, or I'm not gonna buy this because that's just like my actual thought process is what I'm sharing with you. So it's not meant to truly be negative, but I'm not rich. I can't buy every makeup product that comes out, so I had to be picky, I had to be choosy. So this is my thought process, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.